love it.
NASCAR's most historic track. 500 laps around the short track. And oh yeah, send us an order of those Jesse Jones Franks at halfway, DW.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Come on, boys, let's go racing.
Kenny Schrader qualified fourth, his best start since he qualified fourth here in 2003. He's in the 21, but got hung on the outside. Here comes Stewart passing on the outside, and there's a battle for second as Jeff Gordon goes after Jamie McMurray.
I thought that was a pretty good bit of competition there on the start between the 26 and the 24. That Jeff Gordon letting Jamie down in the front of him there on the start. That was clean.
You know, we actually saw this in the truck race yesterday. That second groove is already working pretty good.
Spinner out of 4, and it's Casey Mears.
I think he's got a flat tire.
Yellow, got a yellow.
Caution will wave.
That's good news for Mears. Can he stay in front of the leader? He does.
You're clear. You're clear. There's like a shock.
And Mike, I think he was a pole contender on Friday, but the track was so hot. He was the first car to go out. He was really surprised he ended up qualifying third with that 24 car.
One thing you can't do here, as Darrell said, is overdrive the racetrack. Watch the 49 of Mike Bliss as he locks up the brakes coming in the corner. Just a moment, Bobby Labonte is in the wall hard.
Heavy impact.
Cheerios 43. That's turn 1. That's a mess.
Yeah, it is, and I think he's really not happy.
That was a huge break for a lot of cars that were about to go a lap down, like Casey Kane and Sterling Marlin, Greg Biffle, Matt Kenseth back there.
And this was a track where the Petties had very, very high hope for success this weekend. There's Richard, who gave the command to start the race. You know, he got in the back of Greg Biffle. Darrell, did it look like he might have run out of brake coming in the corner?
It almost looks like something happened to his car, because he sure did fly in there hard and then lost control. No contact from behind. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe Biffle slowed quicker than he thought he was going to.
Now, we mentioned all of our leaders hit pit road. Most of them changed 4 tires. Elliott Sadler in the 19 car, Josh Brown, his crew chief, they decided with only about 35 laps on their tires to stay out and not pit. So they have not made a pit stop yet.
Here's your running order in Fox 3D. We get set for the restart. Green flag to complete 46 laps.
Based on what I saw yesterday, Larry, tires are not a big issue, and track position is.
And this is a fairly hard tire. In other words, it does not give up very easily. Now, I'm sure Elliott Sadler's going to have his hands full with Denny Hamlin at 11 car, but Denny's still trying to get by the lap down car, David Stremme in the 40.
And of course, David's trying to stay there to get that lucky dog if we happen to get a quick caution here. You know, Martinsville historically has always been a track where the longer you run the tires, actually, the better they get. We start the pressure so low here, 8 pounds of air in the left side tires. Takes about 20 laps for the pressure to get up to really good operating temps. And so the tires are they come in late, but they last a long time.
There's 2 ways to pass here. One is the way that Jeff Gordon just got by David Stremme. Get a jump off the corner and get under the driver you want to pass. The other way is go in the corner on the outside of him and hope that he knows you're there.
And if you get bumped around a little bit, you got to let it go. You can't hang on to it. You got to put that out of your mind and go back to doing your job, because you're going to get shoved and beat and pushed around here more than anywhere we go.
What'd you say at the top of the show? Keep those emotions inside.
That's right. Don't wear your feelings out there on your splitter.
Denny Hamlin goes back to the lead. Drag racing Elliott Sadler down the straightaway and dropping inside him. Jeff Gordon tries to come through for second place, and Sadler waves him by.
He saw that that 24 car Gordon was faster. There's no sense in those guys racing side by side like that, because that means it's going to bring everyone behind them right up to them.
One driver out of the race. He's with Matt Yoakum.
Bobby Labonte, Mike, has walked out of the Infield Care Center. Bob, what happened?
Went down in turn 1, following Greg Biffle, and the brake pedal just went all the way to the floor. It never gave me an indication off a turn, we're going into turn 3. So something had to break, or a line came loose or something like that. So just wasn't our day.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, thank you.
The Petties had high hopes, and Bobby Labonte was a contender, was expected to be a contender for a top 10 finish here.
Got a battle for the lead here that's looking like it isn't going to last long. That 24 car made some good adjustments in that last stop.
Just can't quite stay in the throttle off the corner just enough to make the pass down the straightaway.
Well, this track's so narrow, and on corner entry, when you need to put the throttle down, you need the whole racetrack to make it happen.
Kevin Harvick in the 29 dives to the inside of Elliott Sadler in the 19. He'll take the 3rd position away.
And what Elliott's going to do here is, I mean, there's a gap behind him. He's going to get in a position where his old tires will be as good as the guys behind him, and then he'll be in good shape.
Remember, on our race-off pit road, we saw that Elliott Sadler and Ricky Rudd had gained 8 positions in the pits, and it's been confirmed that both those teams did take just 2 tires.
Well, Elliott Sadler stayed out. Jeremy Mayfield changed 2 tires in the 36 car,
Right.
and Jeff Green in the 66.
Thanks, Larry. Hamlin wants the lead back, tucks the nose under there just a little bit, doesn't get it.
I tell you, he is as proud of a papa right now as anybody I've ever met. I mean, he and Ingrid are, I mean, they're just, you can tell they're really looking forward to it. And I got to tell you, Larry, every time I think about Jessica Lee Waltrip, this race right here in 1987, I came to the racetrack on Sunday morning. She was born on Thursday. There was a rose and a note that said, "Win this one for me, Daddy."
Oh.
Most incredible day of my life, and I won it.
I was going to say, put the period on that story.
I won it on the last lap.
Jeff Gordon lapping past Dave Blaney in the Cat Camry. We talked about the 4 first-timers here at Martinsville. Juan Pablo Montoya, Steve, running in 29th.
And Mike, he's actually doing a good job. He's been telling his team where and when he wants to try to pass somebody, and every time he does, his team is excited about it. He actually said before this race he feels a lot more comfortable here at Martinsville than he did at Bristol.
And Steve, right now he's running just in front of the guy that he's battling for the rookie points battle there, the 6 car David Reagan. Casey Mears, the 25 car, against the wall again. No caution yet, though.
Well, they have got issues, something going on with that race car.
Can't get it down to pit road, just the conveyor belt of cars going around. He'll have to try and make one more lap before he can pit. And his teammate Jeff Gordon swoops around, giving him a chance to get to pit road, and we will stay green. Watch for the National Guard 25.
You can tell the right front tire is down right there. And of course, you know, they had the sway bar problem. You almost question, okay, did a sway bar arm maybe rub the inside of the tire and cut that tire down? There's Robbie Gordon, a 7 car. He looks like he's got a problem as well, trying to get through those cars to get to pit road.
Two tires, come on.
He's not going to make it this time. He's going to have to go around again. There's the entrance of pit road right there in turn 3.
Car, come on.
I believe he
I can't
will.
get down.
I believe he will probably end up stopping.
Can't get you down. Can't get you down. I'm trying, Rob. Trying to get you down. Trying to get you down.
Space after Blaney right there, but he can't turn, so he'll stop.
Yeah,
and
the
draw
right front
caution.
tire is down, and he just can't turn the car when he gets in the corner. Caution will fly.
Well, it took a while, and Robbie Gordon lost a lap in the process, but finally did get a needed caution to be able to get to pit road. Nice job of
Kept it
staying
off the wall.
turn two.
David Stremme around. Everybody scatters. A little casual contact between Marlin and Gilliland, but otherwise no one else involved.
What's that 40 car, Larry? It's just like he couldn't do anything about it. It just started to get a little loose and it spun right around.
Racing for 21st and trying to stay on the lead lap during what's been a fairly long green flag run here.
Yeah, we've been about 40 laps since that last caution. Restarted back on lap 97. We're at lap 136 right now. We got a battle for the lead. Jeff Gordon, we talked about him a while ago, stacked up behind these cars.
What happened there? Jeff tried to go the outside to get around Sterling on the outside, and he didn't make it happen, and that opened the door for the 11. Gee, that looked like it might have been a little contact right there.
And now the left rear corner of Gordon's car was pushed in before. That's not new damage. And we'll see if Sterling gives him the bottom and if Gordon can hold the bottom and make the pass.
Oh, now Sterling is trying to go the outside of the 18 car.
Still trying to stay on the lead lap. And here comes Hamlin, our pole sitter, looking for the lead once again.
Jeff won't force this issue. He says, all right, I can't get by the 14 car without roughing him up. You do it.
But look right behind them. Kevin Harvick in the 29 right there. There's some side-by-side racing. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. at 8. They're right up to the rear bumper of Jeff Gordon.
Hamlin led that lap. He's going to win the battle, and Gordon can't get inside. Here comes Harvick.
And you see what Denny does. Denny's not cautious. He just drives it in under Sterling and says, I got to go. I'm in the lead now.
That's right. You are going to be lapped.
Yeah. And that's, I think Denny's car's a little bit better on entry, and that got him a shot underneath the Sterling. Now you watch, Jeff will follow right through.
I like what I'm seeing here, Darrell, because several years ago, Kevin Harvick would have just sent it in there just to see what happened. This time he backed off, gave Jeff Gordon the bottom, and he's going to follow through past Marlin.
Mike, we've only run 140 laps. That's a long way to go.
Oh, Hamlin and Sauter got together going down into turn 1, and Hamlin hopped the curb.
I see that's where Jeff Gordon, and Jeff says, I can't get through these lap cars without roughing them up. So he knows Hamlin, you know, a little bit younger, a little more aggressive. You go up there and knock him out of our way.
And that's what he had to do to get Johnny Sauter in the yellow transportation Chevy.
Jeff Gordon doesn't want to beat his nose up.
But because all of this is going on, we talked about Kevin Harvick, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now Jamie McMurray in the 26, Tony Stewart in the 20. They've pulled up to the back of this group. We got the top 6 cars right there together.
Denny Hamlin says he's getting killed on forward bite. It's going to be a 4-tire change for them. Dale Earnhardt Jr. says he's a little snug in the center. He, too, needs forward bite off the turns.
Krista, I know he may be tight or loose off the corner, but that crew was on it with that 8 car. He's going to come off pit road second with the 8 car gaining 2 spots.
Now you see Dave Blaney's 22 still sitting up in turn number 2. He was not the cause of the caution. He hit the wall in turn 1 after the caution came out. The action all started up in turns 3 and 4.
I bet we got every bit of it. 99 knocks 84 out of the way.
A.J. Allmendinger. That's what actually brought the caution out.
Show you on NASCAR 3D. Give you a little video game view. And that little bit of a bump, and Allmendinger makes a nice little save to keep from hitting the wall. Now down in turn number 1. Now the caution is out.
Caution's out. Spin off the floor. Caution is out.
Just going down there under caution, right front blew out. You know, Larry, there's something going on now. That's
Brakes
about
just locked up or something here, guys. We just smacked the fence in one.
There's about 3 or 4 right front tires we've seen blown out. Could it be brake heat? Could it be camber?
But while Denny Hamlin's battling Tony Raines, here comes Jeff Gordon in the 24, Tony Stewart in the 20, right up to the rear bumper because Denny's been fighting lap cars here for several laps.
Darrell, nearly 300 laps to go. Can Denny Hamlin keep up this aggressive pace and still have a car at 500 laps?
Well, he's a young guy, and let me tell you, he impresses me on the flatter racetracks. Think about Pocono, won them both last year. Think about the road course, Mexico, won the Busch race. This track is flat. It runs a lot like a road course. I think he's doing a really great job, and I don't think he's abusing his car.
Jeremy Mayfield in the wall.
There's a right front down, and like I said, this is when you build all that brake heat because of no no cautions, no time to slow down and cool them off.
We're getting a caution now because of Jeremy Mayfield in that 36 car.
Down now.
And Tony Raines will get the free pass.
Should be 4 tires for everybody, Steve.
Larry, Matt Kurt Busch saying he's starting to feel a vibration in the right front. They're going to raise the track bar 2 rounds and make a wedge adjustment, Matt.
Steve Letarte, Jeff Gordon, crew chief says, I know you're pushing it, but the rotors look good. It doesn't look like you're over-abusing it. Meanwhile, Tony Stewart, whose service is already complete, 13.9, says his car really has great forward bite. To Crystal.
Denny Hamlin says the car is cutting the center well, but he still needs a little bit more. The drive up, a little bit of a stop. They have to come back. This is going to be a very bad stop for the 11. They had to drive it back into the pit, working on the left front tire.
He's going to ton of positions. He's going to go from leading to probably outside the top 10. And I observed Denny Hamlin's pit stop. They had trouble with the jack on the right side, then the lug nut problem on the left front later on in the stop.
Get that out of the way. Get all those bad stops out of the way now, because obviously that's going to affect the him for a while.
And Darrell, pretty much as we have anticipated, Jeremy Mayfield, the 36 car, it melted the bead, which is all about brake heat.
These guys are just not, there's not enough air going to the brakes on these cars. Jeff Green's got a brake issue. I think a number of these cars that have had trouble, I think NASCAR, I'm not totally sure, but there's a restriction on how many blowers you can have under the hood versus the way they used to be to cool the beads of the tires. A lot of things that I think I'm going to have to revisit here.
Well, I know what Jeff Gordon's going to revisit in his 24 car. He's going to revisit the lead of this thing. He'll take the lead here at lap 225, drives by Stewart in the 20.
Well, that's how you keep your brakes in cool, and how you keep your car in good shape. Get out front.
Jeff Gordon leads for the 3rd time today. Hamlin has led the most laps. Gordon, Stewart, Earnhardt, Harvick, Johnson, and Kyle Busch all in Chevys. Jamie McMurray 7th in a Ford. Kurt Busch 8th in a Dodge. The first Toyota is Dale Jarrett in 31st. We listened in on Jeff Gordon and team.
Hi, buddy. The weather is fine like it is all day. There's a pretty decent cell. It's coming at us. It's 50-50 whether it's going to go above us, but it's kind of closing in behind it. You know, I still question if we're going to go a full 280 more laps, you know.
Whoa, trouble for Gordon.
Gordon's off the pace. That looks like a tire issue. No, it's worse than that.
He did not come to pit road that time.
No, that's why I'm thinking maybe it's not a tire.
See what it is. I got a flat or something. The left front there.
It's not the right side.
Look up. I can't tell, buddy. What you got?
None of the tires look down.
No, I don't see it.
Straight when I went in the corner.
I think it just locked up the brakes is what I think happened to it. Confused him. He thought he had a tire down. Seen that happen to a number of guys. They just go in the corner, lock up, and go straight.
Let's show it to you.
It's coming down into turn 1 here. You can. I just think it was. I think it locked up the right front slightly.
Caution is out for the 7th time today. You're looking at the reason why. Casey Kane spins around
with help.
Watch for his number 9 Dodge on the outside of Greg Biffle.
The Biff got on the curb, hopped out into the racetrack. Unfortunately, Casey Kane in the 9 was going by.
Now, since it had only been about 15-20 laps since that last caution, a lot of our guys stayed out, but I feel like that was a huge break for cars like Jeff Gordon because we had 7 lead lap cars that come to pit road. That way they can look at the tires on that 24 car, make him feel a lot better about what he's got, and he's got 4 fresh tires.
Other thing I like, now I'm out of sequence to some degree with the other guys.
Well, right now, Chris, Tony Stewart has got Dale Earnhardt Jr. in a squeeze play. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of pressure right now being put on from behind, and it looks like give old Tony a lap or 2. He may be trying to make a move on the lead here.
He won this race last year. Dale Earnhardt Jr., though, with all that's gone on for him, you know, he's moved up in points the last few races. His fans, the most popular driver in the sport. How important is he makes a move on the outside? How important we have problems with Robbie Gordon to the wall.
Yeah, looks like Robbie may have another right front tire going down. Robbie during that problem for Robbie Gordon. Looks like Tony Stewart has gotten underneath Dale Earnhardt Jr., trapped in there behind the 10-car Scott Riggs, and
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
green, yeah.
falling behind into second place here, but important for him to be contending. This is his best chance to win a race this year, given that the DEI contract negotiations have been put on hold, as his sister has also worked with him in business. Finishes up recovering from an operation. He said we're holding off on that, so there are distractions, whether he wants to admit to that or not.
Yeah, definitely so. Right there, you see the caution is out because of Robbie Gordon's car has definitely got a right front tire down.
Grill, right side.
Well, we got a little R&D work going on pit road now, and I think it's going to call a pit stop. 4 tires full of fuel here with 193 laps to go, Steve.
Larry, Matt, Kurt Busch says he's a little bit concerned about his brakes. They're also going to undo an adjustment they made on the last stop. They're going to go down on the track bar. They're also making air pressure adjustments on that number 2. Matt.
Leader Tony Stewart says his car from about 30 laps on in the run really takes off. It turns better as well. Greg Zabinelli called for a small air pressure change to help the car take off better. Krista?
48 of Jimmy Johnson going up 1 round on the track bar. Dale Earnhardt Jr. says his car is good. It's going in the right direction. These pit stops were big because the radar is showing a little bit of a mess on its way.
There's been a storm system brewing off to the southwest, and most of it has been broken up as it comes up and over the Blue Ridge. But some of it may reach Martinsville. 2/3 of the way through this race, and he has 2.5 seconds on Jimmy Johnson, and at a track this small, that is a large margin.
These cautions are working just right for Junior, though. His car is awesome for 35, 40, maybe 50 laps. Then he seems to slow, and maybe a Jimmy Johnson or some of these other guys seem to come up. We got a car around turn 4, Strimmy in the 40 car.
Caution will fly.
Well, we've only had 23 laps since the last restart. As
Hang on.
9th caution waves. You won't hear the rumble of the freight train going by behind the backstretch, but you'll hear the roar of these 43 cars as they come to speed, and we crank it up for you. Racing the oncoming rain and each other around Martinsville Speedway. 156 laps to go. Action aplenty mid-pack.
Well, I'll tell you, pushing, shoving, beating, banging, slamming. They're getting it done now, boys.
On the restart, Martin Truex hit the wall coming off turn 2, but was able to continue. And then in the backstretch, Elliott Sadler almost lost it in front of a whole pack of cars. Watch the 19 on the left of your screen.
Yeah, he just was trying to get out behind Strimmy there. Got into Joe Nemechek in the 13 and made him a hole.
And this time, Dale Jr. is not driving away from the field as much as he did on the last green flag run. And back at the front, now that they've separated themselves from traffic, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is once again separating himself from Jimmy Johnson. Robbie Gordon around, and that brings out a caution.
Just hold it. Caution's out.
10th one of the day. Boy, Robbie has had a tough time of it today.
He has flat tires spinning now and got to run. Oh, I'll tell you, he's had a bad day.
Darrell, I just believe that that is the caution that Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Carl Edwards, Ricky Rudd, Kenny Schrader, Tony Raines, Martin Truex Jr. That's the caution they wanted to see, because this may force those guys that did not stop the last time to come to pit road now.
they're in a box. I mean, you look over here, Larry, the flags are standing out, the wind's blowing, rain is in the area.
Yeah, Darrell, if you look out the back of our booth, it's less than 10 miles away.
So now what do? Do I come in and get 4 tires, which I badly need, or do I stay out and hope it rains?
Our cameramen report a drop or two.
I'm going to stay out and hope it rains.
Yeah, that's a good choice right now, I think. Because here's what happens. If the rain comes in and the race cannot be restarted, we've completed more than half the distance, it would be called official.
All right, my friend, thank you so much. And this is a lot better than a couple of 3 or 4 years ago when you were here at Martinsville for one of the first times, huh?
Yeah, we wrecked our car, a lot of other people's cars. I ran into a pace car, a record. We damaged about everything but the hot dog stand, because I really like that hot dog stand, of course. That's a rough day. My man Tony Jr. is the guy to credit for how good his car drives. He's really worked hard.
All right, buddy, get out there and get you something to drink and see if we go back to green or not. But you look great today, and keep it up. I think the rain I think the rain was what they were counting on, and that the race would get called.
Wonder what that brief rain shower will do to the track surface. We're about to find out. Looking for the green flag to complete lap 363. 137 to go. Green flag.
Now there's one concern I always have when I've been racing hard. I shut my engine off, everything cools down a little bit, and then I fire it back up and go racing hard again. That cycle, that cool down cycle, can be really hard on valves.
Plus, you're parking a car with overheated brakes. You're not allowed to, you can't turn those front wheels. The rotors might warp. A lot of things can happen.
Not only that, but that heat in the system, it can cause the fluid to get condensation and moisture in it. So a number of things can happen when you shut them down, let them set a while.
Clint Boyer, the 07 car, running in second, racing with Reed Sorensen in the 41. Reed trying to get up there to get the free pass. He's got his hands full now. Looks like Jeff Gordon in the 24 is going to take advantage of it here.
I've seen that 07 car get really loose up off the corner a number of times today. Almost spun out one time.
Gordon makes the pass. He wants a long run. He'd like to see this go green to the conclusion. That's when his car works best.
And I think Junior's is maybe just the opposite. Seemed like Junior's car possibly slowed on the long run.
.128 to go. I like what Montoya's been doing, Darrell. Even though he leaves the bottom open, he's not binding the race car up at the bottom of the corner, so he's getting off the corner clean.
Kind of one of those things, what you don't know, you don't know. And he doesn't know that maybe you ought to be running around the bottom. There's a lot of room up the top. Nobody there. I'll take it.
And Darrell, Tony Raines in the 96 car, he's on the same pit sequence as like Kyle Busch in the 5. He was one of those guys that came to pit road back on lap 338 for 4 tires. Look at Montoya's car. It looks perfect for Martinsville now, doesn't it?
On the left side. Right side's a little rougher. That left front fender's a little crinkled. He's had a good day, though. I'm telling you, no matter what happens, he's gained some valuable experience.
Yeah, the right side's
see all that black smoke coming out of his car.
Yeah, don't show that side. That's not pretty.
But there's something going on with the black smoke coming out of these cars. We've seen a number of them do that.
Spin, turn 1, Raines in the wall.
Caution will be out.
What a shame, having a great run. Sitting there in 9th place.
Come on.
Tony Raines hops the curb after battling one Pablo Montoya. And will bring his DLP Chevy to pit road. Let's see what it looked like from the grandstand seats.
I think what you're going to see is a little crossover move here, and Juan just drove in there and got into side of Tony's 96 car.
Stewart came in 4th.
But Dale Earnhardt Jr., the Budweiser group, they've got about that 3rd pit box just before you leave pit road. He's going to win the battle of the cars that made pit stops.
Yeah, the 11 and some of the other guys, the 2 other guys in front didn't come in.
Oh, by the way, DW, look who's got the lead. Our man that pitted a while ago.
Yeah, Mr. Cornflakes. Now, there are a few guys at the front that we've mentioned a number of times today, but there's a whole bunch of guys at the front right now that we haven't talked much about all day. Not in a positive way anyway. 17 being one of them.
That was a lap down at one point, Matt Kenseth. J.J. Yaley, we're looking at him in the 18 car up there in fourth. He was a lap down earlier, got the free pass.
And how about Dale Jr. now in 9th place, Krista? Tony Stewart close on the tail of the AAA car. About to make a road service call there. As Reagan, oh, 3 wide. Reagan dove under Schrader, and Stewart took the long way around.
And Schrader said, what in the world?
But you know why they did that? Because they know Kenny Schrader will hold his line and make the right call, move.
Guys, while we're watching this battle, I'm looking up there at the very front. Teammates Jimmy Johnson in that 48. Remember, he was on pit road back at lap 361 for fresh tires, much fresher than his teammate Kyle Busch. Goes off into turn 3 and 4. He's going to try to take the lead from Kyle Busch.
Well, that 48 car has just been all day long, just coming to the front, and now here he is.
Can you believe how bad that car was in practice compared to how good it is right now?
I know people at home say, well, they didn't. Maybe you didn't see practice. Just take our word for it. He was terrible.
But in his interview during the rain delay, he tipped his hat to the 24 group, Steve Letarte. They pretty much mirrored the setup that's under that 24 car. Obviously, Jeff Gordon's been good all day long right now in 7th position.
We're just about to talk about Dale Jarrett as the best running Toyota. His UPS Camry was in 21st, but that wheel was his right rear wheel. It came off in turn number 2. The wheel studs are still there, and the wheel just fell off.
You picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel.
Hadn't heard that in a few years.
This could turn out to be a big deal.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boy, Casey Kane in the 9, Matt Kenseth, we were riding with him there in the 17, just getting by.
Boy, Mike, I mean, we could see that there was absolutely no wheel studs there. The wheel just comes off, and lug nuts, or wasn't any lug nuts on the wheel. Wonder if he had to be complaining about a vibration at some point.
Because it's been a while, about 40 laps.
Ruh-roh.
And Kevin Harvick's day has gone up in smoke.
He's out of the car. You see Kevin there, comes in here 5th in the points. I think that possibly definitely is going to change. In fact, he's just barely going to hang in the top 10 the way his day has went.
Boy, he's had some fuel issues today, hasn't he?
Not sure what caused that fire, but it got Harvick out of the car quickly, and he will fade at least to 10th in the Nextel Cup standings.
2 things used to make me nervous: when my team would work on my fuel line and my return springs on my foot feed. That always make me nervous.
So it was Jarrett that brought out the 12th caution of the day, but the longer cleanup will be to remove Kevin Harvick's car.
Got a pretty good battle here for you. Got a pretty good battle for second too. I'd say Jeff Gordon is sitting back here saying, you ain't heard the last of me, baby.
I believe right now Jeff Gordon is better than Denny Hamlin in 11 car, but Denny Hamlin's running the preferred line. He just can't get by him.
And every time Gordon puts that bumper up against the rear of Hamlin's car, Jeff is explaining that to Denny.
Oh yeah. Jeff Gordon comes in here the points leader. You heard Chris Myers in the pre-race say this is the first time he's been the points leader in over 2 years when he won the 2005 Daytona 500.
Well, the advantage Jeff Gordon has, it doesn't matter what kind of racetrack we go to, he's going to be good.
He is wearing that rear bumper out on that black 11 car. I think Denny's finally said, you know what, I've had enough, just have at it.
That's what you do. You worry a guy to death. Earnhardt used to be the best at that, anybody I know.
Thank you, buddy. Nice rhythm. You got him covered.
He just worry you to death till you got out of his way.
Now that was Steve Letarte, Jeff Gordon's crew chief, telling him just get your rhythm back. You've got him. And because Steve Letarte knows that he has about 20 lap fresher tires than their teammate Jimmy Johnson, the 48.
Welcome back to Martinsville, Virginia. 42 laps to go. Jeff Gordon has caught his teammate Jimmy Johnson. Johnson trying to be the first driver to win consecutive races at Martinsville. since Gordon did it, winning both races of 2005.
What do you think Jeff Gordon? Well, I know what he's thinking. Didn't we help those guys a lot?
Here I am looking at the rear bumper.
Didn't we do a lot for those guys yesterday?
And Mike, we had Jeff Gordon on our trackside show on Friday night, and you know, obviously he's doing a lot of big picture racing right now as a points leader. But just remember, if he can get in front of Jimmy Johnson in that 48 car, it's 20 more points to him making the chase. 10 for just finishing first over second. But for every win a driver gets in the first 26 races, it's 10 bonus points added to your total.
Boy, he had Jimmy looking. Jimmy thought Jimmy opened up the inside because Jeff kind of looked to the inside going down the back. So he's got Jimmy looking. It won't be long now.
You know what they're going to be looking at here pretty soon, though, in about 2 or 3 laps? The back of the field. So we got a battle right there for 5th place between Kyle Busch in the 5, Tony Stewart in the 20. But our leaders are about to get in heavy, heavy traffic.
That's 2 Tigers going there. Both of them named Tony.
Tony Stewart had a little trouble getting past Sterling Marlin, and Kyle Busch took advantage of the inside being open and worked his way past Stewart for 6th, or 5th rather.
While this is all going on, we need to mention Kevin Harvick back out on the racetrack. So here with 38 laps to go, all 43 cars still on the track.
New fuel pump, new foam, new foam in the door.
Now the Hendrick teams can all talk. The drivers do have a channel. They can talk to one another, and they can also all talk to their boss, car owner Rick Hendrick.
I know what he's saying. Be nice to each other, boys. Big picture. Think big picture.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. We're riding with him in the 4th position. But yeah, Hendrick cars now 1st, 2nd, and 5th. Kyle Busch in the 5 car in 5th.
There's a little white teddy bear inside that 24 that wants to win really bad.
Yes, there he is.
And I'm not talking about Jeff.
I was going to say, better explain that.
Well, you had to be tuned in at the top of the show.
That's right. Now this is where Jeff has to be nice. Big picture race, because again, we're going to lap some cars here. Got to work together and get through this mess.
They are in heavy, heavy, heavy traffic right now. We've got 34 laps to go this time.
The thing I like about Jimmy's car working the traffic is it rolls right around that curve so well. All they got to do is give him a little room and he can get in under them. I think Jeff's cars are equally as good.
But you're right, Jimmy Johnson, that 48 car, he has not moved more than about 3 or 4 inches off that yellow curving.
And I tell you something else, it wouldn't take but just a little touch to turn him around either. There's a look inside. Is he going to get it? Yikes.
He's got room, but can he get the drive off the corner? No, not that time.
Don't you love this? Jimmy doesn't roll. It's Jeff Gordon, my teammate. I'll get out of his way, let him go. I mean, they're racing, and they're racing each other like gentlemen.
Not just his teammate, his mentor, the man who told Rick Hendrick, hire this kid, put him in a car, he can win.
We saw Jimmy's wife, Shani, up on the pit box a while ago during the red flag. Jeff Gordon actually introduced Shani to Jimmy Johnson, who, of course, now is Jimmy's wife.
"32 laps to go. That grandfather clock is ticking away."
That's it. Nice and straight off the corner.
These two guys have had a little bit of a run-in a time or two. There's another one.
Montoya.
It's a tight group right there. Looks like Montoya's got the best of them, though.
It's a battle for 15th between these 3 guys, all still on the lead lap.
And the battle for rookie of the race is Montoya and David Reagan, the next car in front of him.
And he's closing in on him, too. Montoya seems to be closing in a little bit. I like this battle up front, though. These guys, I have so much respect for both of them. How they race people, how they race each other. Rick Hendrick, a great operation, man.
David Gilliland slow on the inside of the racetrack, but out of the way of traffic. And on the outside of the track, Truex is slow. Had a problem earlier in his #1 car. Gilliland goes to the garage, and Truex will make it to the pits. No problem there.
Darrell, just watching our 2 guys up front, looks like Gordon gets down into the corner better. Johnson can get off the corner better in the 48 car.
Double wide traffic ahead. Here goes Gordon to the inside.
Boy, Jimmy didn't cut him any slack.
Nope, they bumped. Gordon's car wouldn't cut.
Jimmy come right down in front of Jeff because he knew he had to take that line away from him.
He gave him a little bump right there down in 1 and 2 that time, but actually it hurt the momentum of the 24 car.
That's kind of like saying, hey, dude, you cut me off back there. You know, don't do that again.
Spin, Yaley in the wall, turn 1. And the caution is out. And a fine race by J.J. Yaley is going to end at least 1 lap down.
It's funny how we had the 38, the 1, the 18, all at once. And it sounds like a brake-related issue of some kind. He said it wouldn't turn, like a brake issue. Very similar to what we heard out of Jeff Gordon earlier in the race. Oh, that.
Whoa.
And that's been the case for about the last 50 or 75 laps. Jimmy especially gets off turn 2, I think, better than the 24 car. Right here, that's where he seems to stretch it out just a little bit. Jeff got a pretty good run that time, actually.
10 to go this time. Nice and smooth here.
Scott Riggs just gave McMurray a bump as they battled for 8th place. A little further back. Going to try it again.
Riggs is a little bit better than McMurray, and he wants that spot.
Boys, Jeff Gordon, that 24 with 10 to go. He's pulled right up to the rear bumper of his teammate.
And the 48 jumped a little loose there up on the straightaway off of 2. Gives Jeff another look here. I think Jeff's going to have to possibly give him a little bump to get him up off the bottom. Now, you know what? Jimmy saw him there. Jimmy gave him the bottom.
But as we've been saying, he gets the run off the corner a lot better than the 24 car, especially about a half a lane off the bottom.
Good forward bite, good acceleration. Woo, there's a little tap. Seems like down here getting in is going to give him the kind of dime in the corner. Didn't work for him that time. Lost a little ground.
I think, Darrell, to pass Jimmy Johnson, Gordon is going to have to move him out of the way.
I think you're right. He's going to have to give him a little bit of a bump to get him wiggling and get him up out of the bottom.
7 to go this time.
Riggs did complete the pass on McMurray. That was for 8th place.
This could be it right there, right there.
He's got to get to him, though.
Yeah, well, those are little bumps that are just aggravating Jimmy and really trying to break his concentration.
Fairly clean racetrack in front of him. 1 car up there, David Rudiman. 6 to go this time.
It's going to take something from Jeff Gordon to move Jimmy Johnson out of the way, because Jimmy, I don't believe, is going to make that mistake.
Jeff took a little different line that time in 1 and 2. Came in high, took a late apex.
He's diamond in the corner. He's trying to get a nose under Jimmy because Jimmy is so good on the very bottom. I think Jeff knows he's got to get a nose up under him to get him out of there.
There you see the 2 head coaches, the 2 crew chiefs, Steve Letard on the left, Chad Knaus on the right.
Whoa,
they know there's not another thing they can do now.
Jimmy made a good 1 and 2 that time. Got a car length on Jeff down the back. Jeff closes back in hard, getting in the corner. Again, he's trying to do that diamond thing, get the thing up the hill just a little bit, get nice momentum off. This is it. He's going to go for it right here.
He'll look to the inside going into turn 1, 4 to go.
He's got room.
See what happens here, though. On the exit, the 48 gets that good run. He'll win the drag race back down the backstretch.
If that was anybody else, Jeff Gordon would have come up right there. But
there it is. Bump, bump. I think he's going to do it this time.
Ah.
He lost his momentum, though.
No, Jimmy Johnson come down on him. He said, you're not going to bump me out of the way. I'm your teammate.
3 to go. Teammates battling for the win and the clock and the bonus points at Martinsville.
I tell you what Jeff Gordon's going to do. He's going to do that same move coming to get the white flag.
Jeff Gordon says on the radio, he's giving me no choice.
And he isn't. Jimmy's doing everything he can to keep him back there. Jeff's going to have to move him if he wants to win this race. Don't wreck him, just move him.
It'll be the white flag when they come back to the line.
I believe if he's got anything for him, we'll see it off of turn 4.
Right, he can't get to him in turn 2, Darrell. White flag, but no surrender.
One more good one here, bud.
It's the last lap.
This is it. He's going to look under him there. Jimmy got a little bit off. He had to get out of the gas a little bit.
The head should be ready for it.
Here we go. He's going to move him. He's going to move him. He's going to move him.
Here comes Gordon. He's got the inside. They touch once, twice. Drag race. Jimmy Johnson.
Whoa, by a fender.
Gentleman Jim. He held him off. Nice job, Jimmy.
What a race by teammates.
That was fantastic. I bet Jeff Gordon isn't terribly happy either.
His one we've been waiting for 5 years right there. Awesome.
That was my year. I just beat there. Might have been.
Won Richmond, Darlington, and Bristol. About Jimmy Johnson. And Gordon won. It would have tied him with Dale Earnhardt with 76 career wins, but that will have to wait for another day.